Hello friends, today we are going to learn grid independent study in CFD analysis. Here I am going to utilize convergent nozzle for this analysis. For mesh quality inspection or mesh validation, there are two methods are available. First one is a grid independent study and another one is a grid convergence index study. First we learn grid independent study. Without mesh validation or mesh quality inspection, you cannot predict accurate results in CFD. If you do this, you can get accurate results. Without this validation, your research articles are definitely not accepted by the reviewer. So you have to do this analysis before submitting your research article related to CFD analysis. Now open the ANSYS Fluent. In ANSYS Fluent, you have to select Fluid Flow Fluent. Here you have to open the geometry option to model the convergent nozzle. Here you have to select meter unit. Click OK. Go to sketching mode. Here you have to select look at face option. Here we are going to draw one rectangle in XY plane. Draw one line from this point. Now go to modify section and trim the unwanted lines. And go to dimension and select general dimension. Here you have to provide horizontal dimension and vertical dimension for this line and horizontal dimension for the second line also. In H1 you have to enter 0.05 meter. In H3 you have to enter 0.025 meter. For V2 you have to enter 0.1 meter. And go to zoom option and zoom this created sketch. Click generate and go to modeling section and select revolve option. In this revolve option you have to select axis. In sketch you have to select center axis. Now click generate. Now you can see the simple nozzle is created. Now we have to provide inlet and outlet conditions for providing the boundary condition. Here you have to select model faces option, select larger area and right click. Here you have to select named selection option. Here you have to provide inlet and click generate. And go to outlet section, select the surface and in named selection you have to provide outlet and click generate. After that you have to select the surface of the nozzle, give right click and in named selection you have to provide wall, click generate. Now the modeling is over for this convergent nozzle. Already you know very well, for the convergent nozzle inlet section is inlet area of the nozzle is larger than outlet area. Now we are going to move mesh section. Open the meshing option. In this meshing option, we have to double click the mesh. In assembly meshing option, you have to provide which type of mesh we are going to provide. Here you have to select tetrahedron type. In sizing option, go to relevant center. There are 3 types of meshes available. First we are going to create coarse type mesh. After that we are going to create medium type mesh. After that we create fine type mesh. For these 3 types of mesh, we have to calculate velocity results from Fluent simulation. First we generate the coarse type mesh. In smoothing option, always we have to select high. You can change the minimum size and maximum size. Here I am going to provide 0.0002 meter for the minimum size, 0.002 for the maximum size, and click update. Now the tetrahedron mesh is created. Go to statistics option. Open the statistics option. In statistics option, we can see the results. 219605 elements are generated for this nozzle. Here you have to copy these results and open that Word document and paste in that table. Now we have generated 2,19,605 elements are generated for the coarse type mesh. Now we have to calculate velocity for these elements from the Fluent simulation, and go to setup section. Here you have to select double precision option. In processing option, you have to select serial and click OK. In solver type, you have to select pressure based solver type. In velocity formulation, you have to select absolute velocity formulation. In time, you have to select steady state analysis. Go to gravity. Here you have to enter 9.81 and go to model section. Open the viscous laminar. Here you have to select K epsilon equation. In K epsilon model, you have to select standard K epsilon model. And in air wall treatment option, you have to select standard wall function and click OK. Go to material section and select create or edit option and go to Fluent database. In Fluent database, I am going to select water liquid instead of air and give copy and close. Now we can see the results. Here I have utilized water liquid as a fluid and click create and close. Go to cell zone conditions and give edit. Here you have to change the material name. Here I am going to utilize water liquid, so you have to select water liquid as a material name and click OK. Go to boundary condition option In inlet, give edit. In velocity magnitude, we have to enter 10 meter per second, and in specification method, select intensity and hydraulic diameter. In hydraulic diameter, we have to enter 0.1 meter. Click OK. Go to outlet boundary condition and give edit. And in specification method, you have to select intensity and hydraulic diameter. And in hydraulic diameter, you have to enter 0.05 meter. Click OK. Go to solution methods, and in solution method you have to select second order upwind for momentum and second order upwind option for turbulent kinetic energy. Also you have to select second order upwind for turbulent dissipation rate. Go to solution initialization, select standard initialization. In compute from option, you have to select inlet and give initialize, and go to patch option. Here you have to select solid and select y velocity, and in y velocity you have to enter 10 meter per second. Click page and give close. Now run the calculation. Here I am going to provide 200 iterations. Now run the calculations. Now you can see the solution is converged. Calculation is completed. Click OK and go to reports option. Here you have to select volume integrals. In volume integrals, you have to select mass average report type. In field variable, you have to select velocity. In velocity, you have to select y velocity. Select solid zone and give compute. Now we can see the results. 17.12 meter per second. And copy these results. And paste in the table. Now we have calculated velocity for coarse type mesh. In coarse type mesh, already we know number of elements are generated is 2,19,605 elements are generated. Here the calculated velocity is 17.121772 meter per second. Similarly, we have to calculate velocity for medium type mesh and fine type mesh. Repeat the same procedure. Now we are going to generate medium type grids for this conversion nozzle. Based on these medium type grids, we are going to calculate velocity. Before starting the simulation, we have to clear all the data. It means we have to reset the simulation parameters and solutions. Now open the meshing option and click the mesh option. In meshing option, we have to provide medium type mesh in relevant center. In smoothing option is always high. Here we are going to utilize tetrahedron type mesh. Here we can change the minimum size of the mesh. Here I am going to provide 2 into 10 power minus 6 meter minimum size. For the maximum size 2 into 10 power minus 3 meter. update the mesh. Now we can see the results. Now we can see generated medium type tetrahedron cells. Now we have to go to statistics option and copy the number of elements generated and go to that grid independent study table. Here we have to paste that value. Now for this medium type cells you have to calculate the velocity. Go to Fluent setup. Follow the same procedure. Already clearly I have explained in previous simulation. You have to follow that same simulation parameters and same simulation schemes and same boundary conditions. There is no changes. Now you can see the solution is converged. Go to reports option, select volume integrals. In field variables, we have to select velocity, and in velocity magnitude we have to select y velocity and compute the velocity. Here you can see the results. The calculated velocity is 17.126404 meter per second. Now copy these values and paste in medium type cells. Now we can see the results. Next we have to calculate velocity for fine grids. Before starting the simulation, we have to clear all the data. It means we have to reset everything. After that only we have to initiate the simulation. Here I am going to generate fine grids for this convergent nozzle. Go to meshing option. In relevant center, we have to change fine grid. We can change the sizes also. Here I am going to provide 2 into 10 power minus 4 meter and give update. Now you can see the fine mesh result for the convergent nozzle. Now go to statistics option. Here you can see the results. Copy these elements values and paste in the grid independent study table. Here 8,96,490 fine grids are developed for calculating the velocity. Now we have to calculate velocity for this fine grid. Follow the same procedure. We have to set same boundary conditions and same simulation procedures. No need to change anything. Now you can see the solution is converged for these fine grids. Calculation is completed. If you want to see the contours for this convergent nozzle, go to graphics and animation section, select contours, and in contours option you have to select velocity. Here we are going to select y velocity. You have to select filled option. In surfaces you have to select inlet, outlet, wall conditions and click display. Now you can see the y velocity results. Now you can see the results in outlet section of the convergent nozzle. It is in red color. It indicates that in outlet section velocity is high compared to inlet section. Now you can see the results in inlet section. Velocity of the larger area is low compared to the outlet section. And go to reports option, select volume integrals. In field variables select velocity and select y velocity. Here you have to compute velocity for this fine grid. Here 17.130769 meter per second velocity is generated. Now copy this value and paste in grid refinement study table. Now you can see the results. The calculated velocity for the coarse, medium and fine grids are almost same. There is no any largest change occurred in the simulation. It indicates that the mesh conditions are in excellent quality. However, you have to calculate refinement ratio for confirming the quality. First we have to calculate refinement ratio 1. It is the ratio between fine mesh to the medium mesh. Already we know number of cells generated in fine mesh is 8,96,490 and number of cells developed in medium mesh is 4,27,534. Now the ratio is 2.09. You have to enter this value here. After that we have to calculate refinement ratio 2. This is the ratio of medium mesh to the coarse mesh. The calculated value is 1.94. These results confirms that the generated mesh are in excellent condition. According to the Richardson extrapolation theory, the refinement ratio must be greater than 1.3. Here refinement ratio 1 is 2.09, refinement ratio 2 is 1.94. It is above 1.3. It confirms that the generated mesh are in excellent condition. Based on this procedure, you can conduct the grid independent study for evaluating the mesh quality. Thank you.